Now, to compare the one to the other is something that I've been hearing a lot, and honestly, I can understand maybe the, child slash organized crime aspect of the two, but Spy Family and Buddy Daddies are two totally different beasts. And in my personal preference, I think Buddy Daddies is the superior spy out of the two franchises. Just because I feel like Spy Family is like it's got this like consistent beat to it, with obviously three different separate characters all telling a lie that are all, like, I guess, holding a lie from each other and slowly becoming more of a family while doing their three separate life things, with, Lloyd being a spy and you're being a assassin, and it's like I get it. It's got some thrill to it, but to me it's almost a little too, I guess, shonen like family friendly. And not to say it's a bad series, because it is a really good series. However, I do feel like Buddy Daddies is the superior spy one. It's got everything you need. The general premise is just two guys that are friends. Ray, who clearly is the one that has the more wealth from years of just doing one thing and one thing only, playing video games, and the other friend, Kazuki, who is I guess more or less the well-rounded off like wife figure, does the cooking and everything, and he lives with Ray. They're not it's obviously not a secret between anybody with those two that what they do. They're spies. They kill people. They do their jobs. And we only find out, so much of like their backstory so far. We're about halfway through the series until we meet Miri, and right from the start, we get an action scene with her noticing it. So she's very prevalent to the fact that these guys have guns. They shoot their guns. She doesn't know exactly what they do because she's only 4, but she knows what they do in a sense. And it's really neat because Miri brings out the best out of those two, which is really neat to see, because we don't know for sure, but there's been a couple flashbacks now of Kazuki, like with a woman and a baby, and like not an actual baby, she's just pregnant, but like was it a miscarriage? Did they give it for adoption? Was he just kicked out of the picture? Because I know every episode or so he does end up saving money for somebody, and it's a family vibe because they both learn to become these awesome parents to this really neat kid over the period of time. And they even like gosh, excuse me, they even like go through this period of growing from like what they expect of it, like to not be, I guess, the loser kid, teaching her to like just accepting it and like going with the flow. And they build patience and develop these characteristics, especially like Ray, who's just kind of a closed, shut-in, unemotional person from all his spy training, ends up becoming more of an emotional, really close-knit dad. And I mean, Kazuki just becomes more of a tighter person. And we do have other characters that do get involved in this series. Like, of course, they try meeting the parents, and, well, the first mission, spoiler alert, they kill the dad because he is a sex trafficking guy who just even held his own daughter hostage. And they go to meet the mother because, obviously they're trying to return her because it's just affecting their work. And the mother doesn't even want her because she was an accident, and without her father, she didn't want to raise him. We've got so much going on, and like I said, it is so action based, and the animation's pretty dang good. It is an original source series material, kind of like what PA Works has been doing lately with like Akiba Maid Wars, Paripe Komen. I could just keep going, but they're blowing this out of the park. I think PA Works is going to be a studio to be threatened with. Not that they already aren't, but I think it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger. Miri is just a more lovable character than Anna. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. Anna is like, she's got this like sus vibe to her. However, Miri is just this innocent, actual, in my opinion, more realistic child that just feels like this vibe energy. And it only gets better as the series goes on, but at the same time, she does have a soft, sensitive side, and her emotions do show. She feels like a real person, and I think that's the main pitch point here, is that depending on what you're looking for, because like I said, they're both great series. However, I feel the vibe of Buddy Daddies is almost more of a sentimental, realistic life family. Besides the fact of, obviously the whole premise of these shows with the spies and everything. I just feel that's the thing. And with the Spy Family, it's Lloyd, obviously Lloyd and the whole group. I came in. It's very less realistic, more cartoony vibes. I know a lot of people watch this stuff to like escape reality, so I get it. Like, I watch anime too to do that, but everything in my general premise points to Buddy Daddies being the better of the two series. So it really sucks that people are comparing them as much as they are and throwing it down before they even give it a shot, because I feel like that stereotype in the anime community is a big thing, where people will say something, and with like School Days, for example, I mean, it's not that great of a series. I mean, I gave it like a 7 out of 10. It had its moments, especially the build up to the peaks, but people don't watch it because people say it's the worst thing in the world. They don't even give it a shot, and I feel like this series definitely deserves the shot if you are not watching it right now, because it does so much. Yes. But with that being said, if you're into the Spy Family, try giving Buddy Daddies a shot. I feel you will enjoy it, maybe more like I did. You might not. You might just think it's a Spy Family ripoff, and you know what? You are entitled to that opinion. But to play that ignorant, ugh. Not a fan. So yes, please give this series a go. You will not regret it, I promise. But with that being said, that's kind of my 2 cents on the topic. I just want to discuss it because it's everywhere in the community, and I just needed to put that out there. So with that being said, like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed it, and if you made it this far and you didn't, well, thanks for tuning in. And if you guys would like to subscribe, please do. I make videos weekly, and I mostly just review series episodes. About once a week, I'll do something on a different series that I just end up watching and I think that needs some talking about. And sometimes I'll just do random topics. And you know what? It's fun. I have a good time with it. So thanks for all making this possible. And this has been Squids, and I will see everybody in the next video. Peace.